Everybody, welcome back to Total Warhammer. Before we do anything else, we're going to stop. And we're going to take a step back. And we're going to take a breath. And we're going to reevaluate the entire situation. Because it's been quite messy. I wouldn't say it's been going badly, but it's been very messy. Certainly the last, well, definitely I'd say about 40, 50, maybe even 60 turns. It's been very messy. We're beset by enemies on all sides. We've got the massive Wood Elf clan, I guess we could say, to our west. We've got the vampires to our east, and we've got the chaos to our north. We do not have enough armies to defend against all of them. Okay, we unfortunately couldn't finish off the vampires because we had to bring our armies back to go and defeat, or to go and defend Beach Hafen against Chaos. And this is the big problem right now, because we can't go on like this, man. We're getting rebellions everywhere caused by the vampiric and the chaotic corruption. They're causing rebellions every manner of which way. So we need to get rid of the vampires to stop that from happening. But we don't really have the army to do that, because we need our army stationed here to defend against all the horrible chaos spawn that are coming out. And then we've got the Wood Elves that have declared war on us and as yet been a bit passive. There's Orion here, but otherwise not really a lot. So it's been a couple of days since I last played the game, and I have devised and concocted a grand plan, my friends. A grand plan indeed, and here it is. We can't be at war with everyone. Well, we are at war with everyone, but we can't be actively invading everyone, so we're going to have to pick someone. Now, the best candidate I'd have said was going to be the vampires, because we know we can beat them on the battlefield as we have done. It would be very, very, very useful to get rid of them, because then the vampiric corruption and stuff's going away. But we also need a lot of money. Right now, it's looking pretty good. We're making a decent bit of dollar. But we need to grow our kingdom more. And where is the safest place to grow our kingdom? Well, I'd say this area here. Corone, Languille, Castle Artois, the Forest of Arden. The old Bretonnian lands that have been ravaged by the Wood Elves. These places are very, very conquerable because they're just the Wood Elf outposts. Nothing really for the Wood Elves, but we can grow them into massive cities. We can also raid these areas as well. So very, very, very good potential here. So here's my plan. Karl Franz and Andreas Brookett are currently defending against Orion. Once one of them has built up their army enough, it's probably going to be Karl Franz that I choose. They're going to come up here. They're going to raid. They are going to take Corone, they're going to take Languille, they're going to take Artois, they're going to take... Basically, from Blackstone Post across and up, we are going to take these lands. I think we should be able to do that pretty easily. I don't think there's going to be much in the way of resistance from the Wood Elves, because these are just, you know, we might find an army, but we can defeat an army when Karl Franz's army is done. But we're not going to have to lay siege to anyway. We can pretty much just conquer all our way down. Hopefully, once we've done that a bit, we're going to be able to take peace with the Wood Elves. And then we can maybe worry about them a little less. And then we should have a lot more money, because we can build these up to great cities, as I said, that could be earning us a ton of money. We can get Karl Franz over here. We can then maybe have a look at the vampires. But in the meantime, while we're doing this whole business with the Wood Elves, we're going to have Gottfried Gottbub and Right Marshal Claude, who, by the way, has a level up. That's very good of him, isn't it? Right, what are we doing? We need to make him a better fighter, because he was a bit squishy in that last fight, wasn't he? So let's get him fighting. Anyway, so these two are going to, at the moment, be our guys that keep chaos back, keep the vampires at bay, and quell any rebellions that may sadly inevitably pop up. Otherwise, I'm quite happy that every city we have is defendable, just with the garrison that it's got. Wissenberg maybe is a little light, and the Wood Elves could sneak round from there, but let's not worry about that. I think that's quite a low possibility. So that's what's going to happen. So these two are going to defend the Reichland and attack Bretonnia and the Forest of Arden and stuff. One of them will go and do that. I think probably Karl Franz will go and do that. But Andreas Brookett could go now. We'll decide that next turn, but one of them's going to go and do that, and then we'll colonise and we'll build up these areas, and then that will give us loads of money. Now, the one army we have not decided is doing anything or what the hell is going on with them yet is Albrecht Holt Anderson's army. I mean, he definitely needs to be doing something, doesn't he? I think what we do now, Talabheim has a cracking garret. It's fine. 16, I think, is good. So what we're going to do with him is we're going to bring him down to Altdorf and maybe have a little bit of a recruit with him. What I was thinking about doing we're sending him down into the Badlands. He's the Emperor's Eye, after all. We need to see what's going on down here. But we are at war with the Greenskins. We can, as a result of being at war with the vampires, we can loot, we can raid, we can pillage. We can just earn loads and loads of money that we can send back to our mainland. And we can use that money, you know, to build the Shrines of Sigmar that we need. And to upgrade the Shrines of Sigmar and the Blazing Sun chapter houses. Because once we got them up, the vampiric corruption and stuff isn't going to really matter. But then we're taking him out of Talabheim, and that's the worry. I think certainly he needs to be a proper army. So we're going to take him down to Altdorf for now. We're going to march him. I know it's a bit risky, but I don't think there's much in this neck of the woods right now. So we're going to march him down to Altdorf. Talabheim is still defendable there, so that's fine. So I think we're all good there. This army does not scare me at all. Grunberg will hold any of these areas will hold. Wertbad's got a very good garrison as well. We do have a Shrine of Sigmar going up there, but there is going to be a rebellion. Oh, God. That's what we got to do. So I think, first of all, we hit the Wood Elves enough just so that they'll make peace with us. And then we go and eradicate the vampires once and for all. And then hopefully that will put an end to these Stratted rebellions. For now, in this area, we're holding. In this area, we're going to go on an advance. And we're going to go and try and build his army up. Because we are earning decent money at the moment. But we want, you know, these armies to be big. We want this army to be big. And we're going to get battle mages very soon. So there's a lot to be still... That's the plan anyway. That's the plan. Let's click end turn and see what happens. Gotta remember, chaos aren't going to stop. So really all this needs to happen a lot sooner than later. So I think, depending on what look, the vampire counts are going to be in here spreading the corruption. When there are going to be rebellions, there's nothing really we can do to stop them. You know, we have to keep these guys in Essen. Here we go. He's under siege again. We've really got to fight him. We've really got to fight him. If we can defeat Orion, then Andreas... it's not actually Andreas Burkett or Breckett or whatever. It's like Burkert or something. I keep mispronouncing his last name. There's just so many agents. There's nothing really we can do to counter the agents. That's just the worst thing. They're just crawling everywhere, aren't they? We're going to have to try and pick off armies as and where we can. But there's no point, as we've seen in previous episodes, just chasing, because we're never catching them. Right, Helmgart has been besieged. The Doomtide... Apparently we've survived the onslaught. Doesn't much feel like it. Right, War Fervor I think is better than War Plunder right now. Raiding in each haven, raiding. Rebellion imminent in Stirland. Well, we knew it was going to happen. And in Eastern Sylvania. Yes, about the territories that we own in Eastern Sylvania, I think we're just going to have to let them go. In fact, you know what? So much... Oh, well, you already got rid of all the cities. Yeah, it was silly of us to even try and colonize them with chaos there. And I think... As much as we didn't really necessarily want to make peace, I really think it was a necessary thing, a necessary course of action too. Yes. Okay, so we're not going to be able to recruit them yet, are we? Right, what we're going to have to do then is... he's run away. He keeps running away.
Is the taint of chaos upon you?
Yes, my lord.
I will not obey.
They're good fighters. They're very fast missile flyers and missile cavalry. I'm looking at his army now because I'm wondering if we can defeat it. I don't think so with these two layers. So if we had the support of that garrison, we would, but he's just too far away to do that. And why am I struggling so much for FPS here? Okay, what I think we'll do then is we will recruit these guys now, because that's another unit. I'm going to... what's he rocking with now? Okay, what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to give him 2 units of... And a unit of them. In fact, let's go 2 units of them. Okay, now Andreas Brockett is going to retreat to Eilhart. I think Karl Franz has a decent-sized army there. He can sit tight. And what we'll do over here is we will just have a very quick recruit of some nice cheap units that can go raiding. Okay, so I'm going to take... Do we want halberdiers or do we want swordsmen? Honestly, if we're going to be fighting Wood Elves, what do we need? Because I think we need lots and lots of cavalry if we're fighting Wood Elves, personally. So shall we just take maybe... Oh, wow. Oh, my God. Oh, my good grief. We didn't have as much money as I thought we did. Of course, we just bought the knights, didn't we? We got to think about this army is going to be fighting Wood Elves. So how are we going to do Wood Elves? This Free Company militia, I don't really think we need them. They're not going to be very good against Wood Elves, so we would be wise to disband them. But, you know, they were, like, so useful in the very early games. But, hey, man, war evolves, doesn't it? So I think we'll get rid of these. Very good fighters. I think they've earned their retirement. But they're not needed anymore. So what we'll do there is we'll recruit a lot of cavalry and we'll have... Because I think cavalry would counter wood elves quite well because we can get in and we can hit their war dancers that don't have great defense and we can hit their not their cavalry, sorry, their really good archer units. We're also going to want war machines, I think. I think war machines would counter wood elves quite well. We have to think, what is a wood elf army? Really good missile troops. Really, 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 really good fast cavalry, fast missile cavalry. They're the things we want to counter. See, now what do we do with Gottfried Gottbub? We can't leave the city. Ooh, award save. Look at all of this that we can get. Battle prayers and stuff. Might be about time we looked at some of them for him, but then would you look at this Imperial Gunnery? That's what we need for Gottfried Gottbub. There's no point as It's so hard because how do we we can't really have these guys come out yet. They need to heal because we had that battle where we messed up, didn't we? I think what we do is we give chase with Gottfried Gottbub. These are not that big. These are armies we could defeat. I'm just worried that if we get Gottfried Gottbub out of Essen, these guys come straight down and they hit Essen. Essen has a reasonable garrison, actually. Let's not worry about it too much. Let's try and get rid of these armies. That's what we have to do, man. It's what we have to do. Now, we could take our agents out here and try and get rid of some of their agents. And you know what? Whilst we are... I really want that Imperial Pegasus. When does that unlock? Oh, does it unlock already? He's... Oh, brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Let's get him on a horse and then a Pegasus next turn. Excellent. Right, well, I think right now we need to be using these guys, and I'm not even sure we're going to be able to do any assassinations. No, we're not, because we don't have the money. But we need to start trying to get rid of some of these agents. So that's what we're going to do with our wizards. Hopefully we're going to get more wizards in soon, because I think we're getting that in next turn. That's very good. Okay. There we go. We have a plan. Karl Franz is just going to hold Helmgart for now against Orion. Orion will probably have another go, and he might even fight us this time, and I think we'll be able to beat him, which is very good. So we'll get more knights in there, and then we will go and we'll hit Cologne first, and then Langwillen will hit just that road, and then hopefully we can get peace with them. As I was saying, that's the plan. That is the plan right now. He's, of course, heading down. We need to recruit with him as well. We don't have a great amount of money. Once we get rid of all these blooming chaos that are raiding us, it's going to be fine. There's a rebellion there in Wurtbad. We expected it. Even with the amount of armies that we do, there's just no way we can... Oh, this is horrible. Okay, so there is the rather predictable fight from Orion. If we defeat Orion, we... Oh, crikey, son! Oh, dear! Bad day for... Who is this? The Warherd of Chaos is one of these guys. Right, great stuff for Gottfried Gottbub. Obviously, we don't need to fight this one. We'll auto-resolve it. That's a good thing. That's a good thing there. I like Gottfried Gottbub a lot. There he is. A lot of loot. Honestly, we don't even need to... I think we'll release the captives because it's worth money for us. That was excellent. That was really excellent. We got in range of them. Oh, God. And here we go. Wurtbad's going to get hit. Oh, sorry. That wasn't Wurtbad, was it? That was... We're gonna have to chase these guys. Oh, and there's another rebellion there. Oh, my goodness me. Right, so... Okay, that was failed. Settlement besieged Helmgart. Enemy killed in battle. Very nice. Gunberg as well. Legendary Lord available. That guy. Get me some of that. The Doomtide. I don't know why it keeps telling us that. Right. Tribute, Public Order. Oh, that's horrible. But I think... I think Public Order increases is probably what we need right now. For 1,000 quid. No. No, we'll take the Angry Gods because we need the money. Right. A hell of a lot of bad things are happening, but they were all bad things that we expected. Okay, so I'm going to take 6 units of knights, and then... Okay, maybe actually let's come back on that a little bit, because we can... If we take 4 units of knights, we could even get a steam tank as well. Mortars might be good. Anti-infantry. There's a lot of infantry in the old Wood Elf army. Should we take 2 units? Okay, that's good. Ideally, I want these guys moving out soon. Oh, and they can't recruit any infantry because of this siege there. Okay, well, we'll deal with that. Grunberg has a good garrison. I think we can deal with that. Oh, excellent. Oh, excellent. In fact, we don't even really need to fight that one, do we? It's so, that's just going to go very, very simply, you know. The monsters and the chariots will hit us a lot, but otherwise we'll just win the day with our... Yeah, I don't think that's one we need to fight. Okay, excellent. A decisive victory, but we'll just execute captives here. Very good. That's another dead. That's another 2 dead, lads. Excellent stuff from the garrison of Grunberg there. Let's hope the garrison of Helmgart can withstand as well. Easy peasy. Easy peasy, mates. Easy peasy. Orion's a good guy, but he's just got War Dancers. War Dancers, they're good and all, but look at their defense. It's just nothing, you know. We'll shoot them to bits by the time they get to us. Otherwise, what do we have to worry about? They've got very few Glade Guard, and Glade Guard can be dealt with the 2 units of, oh, 1 unit of mortars that we got there. We have a little bit of cavalry that can just go and mop them up. Otherwise, it's just a straight-out fight. We'd win that with ease. Easy win. And then we've got the man, Karl Franz, can just go and pick off wherever the hell he's going to pick off. Lovely. I feel bad for autoing these battles, but there really is... In fact, you know, I'm going to take that money. That was excellent. Okay. And now, should we go and... If we can... Oh, that's our 1 fight, isn't it? I was going to say, can we go and kill him? But unfortunately not. Right, well, this guy can be back in Altdorf now, and we can start recruiting into his army. Because, in all honesty, the way it's going here, I would feel a lot better with 3 armies in this area. Gottfried Gottbub is going to have to give chase to Talabheim. That's just necessary. And then what the hell's going to happen in Essen? I think we can be safe in Essen. Beechhafen, it would be worth us just building that. It's going to be money, isn't it? Can we move these guys out yet? I think we'll just keep them there for another turn. We can upgrade that. I don't see really the need to right now. Now that that's not under siege anymore, we can recruit some good old... I think we'll take a unit of spearmen. It's going to take us 3 turns, is it? 4 turns. No. 3 turns. I think that's a good enough army to go and do what we need to do with the Wood Elves there. Okay, so we'll do that. Marienburg, what are we ready to be upgrading there in Marienburg? This is good. This stuff is worth money for us. Okay, I like what's happening now. I like what's happening a lot. Right, speed of horse. Oh, that doesn't really do a lot for us, actually, does it? I reckon this guy would probably do pretty well to be on a war horse. Let's put him on a war horse. Lovely. Okay, so 3 turns and we can start going there. I think Karl Franz, honestly, might as well start getting aggressive as well. And we can really take it to the Wood Elves there. Meanwhile, we're going to recruit a bit with these guys in Altdorf. Obviously, that's going to have to wait until next turn, but that's fine. The Rebellion is going to do some bad stuff for us. There's nothing really can really do. Talabheim will hold, at least in time for these guys to get there. Right, what are we doing with this chap? Oh, yes, I think some of that is worthwhile. Okay, and then Beechhafen. Seems like the danger in Beechhafen's gone for the immediate time being. So you know what? We're surviving now. The plan's working here. Okay, and we're still making a fair bit of money a turn. Lovely. But if we can take it to the Wood Elves, if we can just get the Wood Elves back in line, then we have the force to defeat the vampires quickly, you know? Because the only problem with the fight with the vampires is that it was taking too long and we needed the armies elsewhere. Because we have so many enemies about us. Right, okay, well, he's running away as Orion, as he probably was likely to do. One thing we forgot to do there, I don't necessarily want to say forgot to do, but one thing that we might have done and we didn't was send our agents out to try and do some assassinations. We're just going to be chasing and chasing and chasing. I like seeing agents, hostile agents failing. Why it's telling us that? Right, raiding in Talabheim, raiding in Stirland, raiding in Eastern Sylvania, but no as yet. Settlements besieged. Right, Karl Franz, son, look at you, mate. Aura size, big, although I think really we need this kind of business going on right now. Shall we... Oh man, what do we even want to do with Karl Franz? Honestly, none of that's really that useful for the army he has, but he could, I don't know. I think just making Karl Franz just the biggest, baddest mother he could possibly be is the right idea there. Right, now let's go and take Montfort. We don't really need to fight that one again. Now we're expanding. We're going to loot and occupy. In fact, there's really no point looting and occupying for 100. We'll just occupy there. That's ours now. This is ours. And we're going to build a iron mining pit there. And Karl Franz will hold it there until the garrison's ready. Orion is by himself. Orion has to run away and lick his wounds. Okay, so we are going to take Bastogne. That's Castle Bastogne. That's the Forest of Arden there. So basically, Castle Bastogne North we're going to try and take. And then we're going to try and take peace with the Wood Elves. And then we can put our armies elsewhere. Right. This guy in Altdorf, we need to start recruiting to him. So let's start. I like putting 2 units of spearmen just to counter cavalry that may be about. you know, I think it's worth us just recruiting them there. That's fine. That's going to get out of hand, but what can we really do about it? We're going to have to keep chasing here. Beechhaven, you know what, man? It can probably hold right now. We can probably move Claude the Ironclad down. Let's move Claude the Ironclad down to work bad for the time being. Okay. And it's all working quite well. Should we have another look at diplomacy and possible trading right now? Who are we best friends with? Clan Dangrand we're good friends with. And the dwarves, of course. Right, let's have a look at any trading. Oh, for God's sake. Who's calling me? Oh, I can't really. Okay, there'll be a fade to black here. I can't not answer this phone call. Hello?